The last activity under step 3 is a village cleanup. In this activity, you have following objective. The first one is that the community is aware that a collection system is setting up in the village. And the second one is that the community knows which waste should finally enter the final disposal site. Also, you have two main activities. You should help the committee in organizing the community to participate in the cleanup, and you should support the participants during the cleanup in selecting the correct waste which should enter the final dump site, which is then mostly plastic. The activity should not be too long. A cleanup can be something between 1 and 2 hours. Don't make it too much longer. Try to make it in a common place in the village where there are a lot of pass-byers, so it is more visual to everyone that something is happening. You should definitely involve for sure your waste committee, but if you can get also some CSOs involved and the school involved, you just have more participants for the cleanup. The materials needed are the common materials for cleanups. These are gloves for sure. Use old gunny bags, baskets, whatever you have for kind of putting the garbage. After the activity, you can provide some refreshment, which should be local snacks. So keep always the waste hierarchy in mind and don't provide anything kind of wrapped in plastic. If you have songs or stories available for children, you can make these activity before the actual cleanup. So you kind of sing a song and you play some games with the children. The cleanup is the first event you will be organizing together with your committee, or rather you should actually support the committee only in organizing the event. This helps the committee to get more organized and already to see how it actually can reach out to the community. Since it is a cleanup, it is open to everyone, so preferably the committee is trying to get as many people involved as possible. You should try to do the activity in a place which is publicly very visible so that pass-byers or other community members sitting around can easily join into the event. When there are a lot of kids joining, you can also make some fun activities in advance, like singing a song or some games related to waste segregation so that the children know better which waste is organic and which one is inorganic. You can also form teams amongst the children so that some of the teams specifically search for organic waste, others for inorganic, and others for maybe what can be recycled. In that way, it becomes more fun and more interactive amongst the groups. During the cleanup, next to collecting some waste yourself, you should definitely try to help the community members who are joining the event in segregating the waste or sorting it in the right way. And when you are able to organize it in a more public place, then it is very good to get pass-byers who are just standing at the side and maybe watch to join the activity. If you have some funds available, then invite the participants to a sustainable consumption snack. Make sure there that all the products you use are locally made, no plastic bags, no straws, no bottles, no waste as much as possible. Then furthermore, you can try to push a discussion on sustainable consumption and how consumption is related to waste and its environmental issues. After you have finished your cleanup, it is a good time then to see with the committee on how to finally dispose the waste. So your inorganic waste should reach the dump site if you have one already. The recyclables, if possible, should be sold. And the organic waste, when there are some composting activities, you can just give it to them. Otherwise, just find a place outside the village where you can just dispose it off. Let's look at a few challenges. The first one is for sure that not many people show up for your cleanup. That is sadly common as in many activities, and then sadly you should just go with a few people you have. Another one is a lot of strange challenge is when there is not a lot of easy ways to pick up. So when you have waste on the street, this is all fine, but as soon as when the plastic is somewhere in the gutter or in a river or in a stream, so this is not easy to use during a common cleanup event. The main tip I can give you during this activity: participate yourself as good as you can. So you should lead by example, then others will follow as well.